Hey boyos, daily check-in with JOHNVEE, March 16th, 2025. Trying to do one of these every other day or so. Gotta use my inhaler, give me a second. Much better. Yeah, I did a little workout today. Been trying to work out a few times a week or more. I did some body weight squats, nothing special. I hadn't done those in like a week and a half. I did my first session of those like a week and a half ago. Did like 15, 12, 10 reps. And this time I did 3 sets and got 15, 15, 15. So it's progress. And I figured my legs would improve really quick anyway. I'm not used to the endurance style workouts doing like reps, right? High reps with body weight is it's difficult for me. I've never done it, right? I trained myself to do really heavy weight, just a few reps, powerlifting style. But I know 3 sets for legs is nothing, but it's better than not doing anything, and I didn't want to do legs at all, so I did legs at least. But here in a couple days, I might do some deadlifts instead. Um, I'm trying to just do for lower body deadlifts and body weight squats. I don't want to do regular barbell squats because they're boring as shit, and I dread them. I just don't want to do them. So my workout's got to be kind of fun. Doing bench press is fun, curls is fun, bent rows and stuff like that is okay. Um, but what I've been doing, I just select one exercise and just do a bunch of sets. Like there, a couple days ago, I did bench press, just flat bench. Did 6 sets, right? Nothing crazy. 15, 12, 10, 8, 8, 6. And then yesterday I had done bent rows, just 4 sets. 15, 12, 10, 8, I do believe. And my primary focus obviously is, like pressing exercises like bench press. But it's not fun lifting on a cut. It'll be fun because my physique will transform over time from the weight loss, right? But I don't want to do a lot because I might get, discouraged. I don't want to get discouraged. Um, you see back there on the stand, you see some Timu garbage, a few solar lights, an hourglass, a snakehead ashtray, a little tiny ashtray that you can barely see there. And haven't sold anything in like a week and a half, but I still get messages, but it's always people just fucking around. They'll ask me about something and then they never message me back again when I respond. So fuck them. I had one bad review. Somebody gave me a 1 star because they immediately lowballed me when they sent me a message and said, "Will you take $5 for this instead of 10?" And I said no. And then they wanted additional pictures, so I just ignored them. And then they asked me where I lived, and I told them. And then they start hassling me about other bullshit, and I just ignore them. And I tell them, if you're looking for something free, you're looking in the wrong place. And they got pissed off and gave me a bad review, saying I was an arrogant asshole. One bad review out of 8, it's fine, right? There's something wrong if somebody's got all 5 star reviews, I would think. Not necessarily though, but I can deal with one negative review, just one. It's fine. Um, there's not a lot for me to talk about today, boyos. I know I gotta take a trip to the dentist sometime soon and get this last tooth that rotted out, the rest of it removed. The root. I don't know what they're gonna do for it because there's not much left of it. I don't know what a root canal is, but I'm thinking it might be something like that because there's literally not much there for them to grab onto and pull out. So I don't know what they will do. They'd have to cut like my fucking gum open or something to get at the fucking root, maybe. I don't want to have surgery on my fucking mouth. But they know how to deal with all that shit. Like, this tooth rotted out like 6, 7 years ago, and I just haven't bothered getting the rest of it pulled out. The other 3, I got them pulled out pretty quickly after they rotted out because they started getting infected. This one I think is starting to get infected. I'll get a pain in my jaw when I wake up in the morning where I can't clench my teeth or it hurts. It's nothing serious. It's not a severe pain. So, like, it might be something to worry about. I'm not sure, but if it progresses and seems to get worse, I will get this looked into for sure. But but yeah, um, yeah, I weighed myself there at my last blood work session. I weighed myself on the scale, with just my clothing on, no shoes, nothing in my pockets, no jacket, and I was 240. So the damage isn't too bad. I only gained back 10 pounds of what I had lost, and if I can diet for another 3 months and lose another 35 pounds, that would be incredible. I don't think it's gonna be that drastic of a weight loss. Like, I'd be lucky if I lose half that in 3 months. I think, because obviously the first 35 would come off pretty quickly. Um, and I went off creatine too, right? And the creatine, the extra water weight, accounted probably for like 15 pounds of that. But if I can lose 20 in 3 months, I'll be happy. Um, as long as I keep making progress, even if it's up and down a bit, as long as the end result is, a result of progress rather than backsliding, I'm happy. So, so yeah. I do need to get this fucking beard trimmed. It's been like, oh fuck, it's been like 3, 4 months since I got this thing trimmed, and it's quite unmanageable now. It's Sunday, so I don't know if today the hairdresser would be open, but I'm thinking about getting it done today, just as a walk-in, no appointment. I might give them a call, see if they're open today. I don't know if hair places. I think hair places are usually open Sundays. It's usually like Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays that they're closed. Um, I think I think that's what it is, because it's been long enough. The beard's gotten really unmanageable. There's no need for it to just keep letting it go. But I look a little better after a week or so of dieting, and already seen improvements right in my face. Like, if I had more hair, I'd look a lot better. If I had the beard cleaned up, I'd look a lot better. And obviously, if I lost a big shit ton of weight and wasn't so fat, that would be a major improvement. Um, I got my doctor's records from my doctor's office because he retired a while back, and it cost me over $100 to get the records. And I had seen a psychiatrist. There's a couple things I want to say about this, but I seen a psychiatrist back when I was 19, so 22 years ago. And in the report, he said that I was well groomed. And I really find that hard to believe because at that point in my life, I was wearing the same clothes for a month straight and only showering once a month and like shaving maybe once a month too, haircut like every 6 months. So well groomed is not something I would have called myself back then. But the difference is, I was much better looking back then and in shape. So that just proves my point. Like, looks are very important. People will assume that you're well groomed and everything like that and clean cut when you're not, just because you look good. And he said some BS in the report, but that doctor was an idiot. He said that I stated during the meeting with him that I didn't want to work and wanted to be on welfare for the rest of my life, and that it was the most honest thing I said in our meeting. And that never happened. I never said that to him, and he's a fucking idiot. And he's probably dead now. Hopefully he is. I shouldn't say that, but if you're going to make up stories with something a patient says that they never said, fuck you, really. So, but I'm going to be looking into getting the disability tax credit again. I got declined last time I applied, and they stated in the reason as, the nurse practitioner didn't supply enough information probably, and So this time when I go somewhere to see another doctor or nurse practitioner, I'm gonna make sure that they fucking do it right, because you can only apply for this and get declined twice, and then you can't do it again. And this is potentially a lot of money I could get for back pay. And they're rolling out a new disability program this year. If you're getting the disability tax credit and you're on welfare disability, you'll get an additional $200. And $200 for me is fucking huge, because I only get 962, and another $200 is fucking amazing, right? So I gotta make sure this gets done right next time. Um, and obviously, when I went, the nurse practitioner wanted to fill out the paperwork herself, and so she did. And I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say to these questions, right? Because they want to know how my disability affects my life. And the main thing I had to tell her was, when I have delusions, um, when I'm under a lot of stress, I start having delusions, and then I can't take care of myself, and I try to commit suicide. I said that's the main thing, and she put that down as, how my disability affects me negatively, and I said that's the main thing, so she put it down, and I don't think that was enough information, right? So, yeah. But next time, I'll be sure to get it done right, because I want that extra $200. I want all that back pay for the past 10 years, because someone like me, that's a lot of fucking money. If I can get 10 grand back in back pay, that's enormous. That's fucking huge. Um, I know a lot of you boyos are CEOs making 10K a day, and I'm nowhere near that. Like, I barely make 10K a year, let alone a fucking day, let alone a week, a month. So, but yeah, boyos, I don't have much else to say. Um, I haven't went to the game store in a little while. The set that they released last set, it's kind of trash. I'm waiting for the new set to come out next month, early next month. So like 3 weeks time it'll be out, and it should be a much better set. And then I'll be hitting up the game store more often to play cards. But yeah, boyos, that's all I really got to say today. I'll see you on the misc.